following message is from the Lockdown Gambling Show. The following program contains strong language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. But now...
It's showtime, buddy!
Oh, that's...
Go.
Big Al, Big Five.
To the best pregame football show.
Really? This guy?
You put the hut in your what? Epic intro, blow the budget. Hall of Famers, Super Bowl rings.
Some people call me a
football king. Are you ready to get ready? To get ready to be ready. Y'all ready? Be ready.
This week's
football show.
Time for the Lockdown Gambling Show. Oh, if that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know. Well, welcome to this week's edition of the Lockdown Gambling Show, the first leg of our doubleheader tonight. Make sure you stay tuned at 7, where the Lockdown Podcast will be doing that. So we're going to be talking about the disappointment in the Giants game, all that fun stuff. But we're here to talk spreads, and with me today are the sorcerers of the spread, or as a Spanish term I learned today, Cuatros Gatos. I'm very excited, as always, to be back with them. We got 5 good games, Bag of Chaos, and locks. We got to keep this thing moving. We are on a time crunch tonight, so let's not waste any more time. First, we bring in the parlay kid for whoever, for some reason, is covering his face, probably because he lost more parlays. Let's ask him. Chris Brawl, welcome to the show.
Cuckoo. I have a new thing. To all the people that are using my picks, do exactly the opposite of what I'm doing, and you are going to win some money.
For those that don't know and are new to the show, we do a segment called Locks of the Week. That is the game we feel best about. And, the parlay kid is 0-5.
Pick opposite of what I do. And
if you fade him every week, you will make money, we promise.
Correct.
Fresh off a Hawaiian vacation, it's Uncle Sean. Welcome back.
Mahalo.
How was your 50th state?
Good. Glad to be back. Let's get it.
Speaking of getting things, are you watching the disgrace of a game tonight, or?
I am. Controversy will prevail at the end, which will be Fields will put some sort of game together against the, do I dare say, the Redskins?
Oh, boy. Some call them the C words.
Put $1 in the jar.
Do I get censored for that? But
I mean, it's not sensitive. But...
Bears fans will start going crazy when they see a stat line that's going to read something like 242 and 2 touches with 0 picks for Fields.
I have no idea what to expect tonight.
It's not going to be that.
Sure. Washington's a weird team. The Bears are a weird team. Whatever you could tell me that the Bears win 50-0 tonight, or vice versa, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. I don't get either of these teams.
It's your typical Thursday night football game.
Slop.
Yep. Garbage.
It's going to be a brutal watch, but we'll watch because that's what football does. And finally, from his daughter's basement, Jody Brault, welcome back.
Peace out.
And special guest Brandon sitting in the stream.
And
Get on camera.
Why are you sitting in the dark, bro?
That is also a good point.
It's cozy down here.
It's
Brandon, what we here now?
So. Yeah. All I gotta say, Sean, if Fields throws 242 yards, no picks and 2 touchdowns, you're smoking something in your damn basement that ain't fucking right. He ain't gonna
problematic.
Well, what happens is you're gonna
say how do you get 242 yards passing if you don't throw the ball?
242 and 2 touches. Put it in the books. It's gonna happen.
Hey, how about the Wisconsin t-shirt and Jim Leonard's reign? Huh? Fuck yeah.
Did they win?
Yeah.
I could honestly tell you I will probably not watch another snap of Badger football this year.
Why?
I'm so done with them.
Oh, yeah, watch the Hurricanes. You're on their flagship now.
Oh, they're bad too. I'm not going to watch another snap of that. Honestly, the only college football I'm going to watch is the stuff I have money on. Which, by the way, tonight I got a little something. I got UCF to win, and I think
There's college football tonight.
Yes, West Virginia Baylor. That's the game I'll be watching. I'm not watching.
Hook me up,
Marshall. There was a game last night.
What?
Yeah, now we're starting Wednesday night football as well.
Casino buddy. What's the deal?
Well, we're going tomorrow. I didn't know that you wanted to bet.
Well, I would have liked to maybe bet on those games and get
Well,
and not
what?
win.
There's only like 2 Thursday nights, ain't there, from college?
There's 2. There's Temple, UCF, and Baylor, West Virginia tonight. And then there's some whatever, who gives a shit state versus who gives a flip. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're kind of waiting on Dustin, but he's running a little late from football practice. So we'll get into it. We'll get his picks as we go. But let's just start. First game on the docket for us to discuss today. The New York Jets come into Lambeau, 7.5 point. Packers. I gotta edit that.
Put the plus or minus.
It's minus 7.5. So Green Bay favored by a touchdown and a half point. I'm gonna make it pretty short, and I don't want to step on anything coming in the podcast episode in 45 minutes, but this Green Bay team right now is not very good. They shouldn't be favored by a touchdown against anybody. The Jets are sneaky frisky, and they're sneaky good. Look, they almost lost at home to Bailey Zappi. Zach Wilson, I believe, is better than Bailey Zappi. So for that reason, I take the Jets here to cover. And until they prove me different, Green Bay should not be a touchdown favorite against anybody. So give me the Jets here to cover.
Everything you just said, I agree with. Give me the Jets.
Yep.
Green Bay's defense was supposed to be so great on paper. They are not showing it whatsoever. They, for whatever reason, they run the ball. The screen game is good. They get to the second half and they abandon the whole shit and works and start chucking bombs down the field. It's a joke. Packers suck right now.
Well, and little teaser for the 7 o'clock show. Their numbers, DVOA in the first half, top 10 in offense and defense. They're really good.
They're doing plays that work. Running the ball, screen
second
plays.
Half, offensively, 18th in DVOA. Defensively, 22nd. They're not a good second half team. And last week,
LaFleur will not put his foot on anybody's throat.
It's not even
that cover 2 bullshit.
That's not him. That's Joe Barry and the defense.
Well, whatever. Whoever's deciding to put a cover 2 out there in the second half and then just abandon everything that's working for you on the offensive side, it's crap.
Yeah. Anyway, before we continue, welcome my Lockdown Corner poll host, who's also doing double duty tonight, Dustin Burgundy, fresh off of football practice.
Hey, Dustin.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Dustin. Where's your helmet?
Back in the locker room.
Okay.
Do I mute? I should probably.
No.
He was just asking where his helmet was.
Yeah, it's the tone, and it's just it's questionable. It's only a 30-second penalty. So, Sean, while he's in the penalty box, who do you got? Jets, Packers.
Famous words. Just relax. Look, Green Bay. I'll give the 7.5. The Jets are just garbage. Zach Wilson, Breece Hall. Who's he throwing the ball to? They're playing in Lambeau. Come on, relax.
But
I'm not relaxing.
The Jets
They haven't shown me shit.
The Dolphins. The Jets took it to the Dolphins last week, and the defense for the Dolphins is healthy.
Wait, listen, Tua wasn't playing. What's he, radio? Now he's in practice.
I'm not saying it had anything to do with the quarterback. I'm saying that offense put up 40 points on a legit Dolphins defense. They're frisky.
I don't care if they're horny. They're not going to beat the Packers.
I don't.
Problematic.
It was funny.
I agree with Sean. If it wasn't in Lambeau, I might take the Jets. But in Lambeau, after that shit show they had the other day, I got to go back spot. I got to go with Green Bay at home. But to your point, Chris, you know what happens? The Packers play right in the first half to get a lead, and then fuckhead Rodgers has to try to make his stats. That's what happens. I think Rodgers calls a different play at the line, like, "Hey, we're going deep." You know, they call a little out slant, whatever, but no, hey, we're going yard.
Teams have a hard ass time with Dylan, and when they have Dylan and Jones back there, and they can use Jones as a pawn to play wherever, and they go away from it. It's freaking stupid.
Rodgers has to pad his stats.
I don't know what his deal is this year. He looks like damn Emperor Penguin.
Get
got
rid
the
of
freaking-
Rodgers. Love ain't the answer, but get rid of Rodgers and get a better quarterback in there, and that team will be fucking better. Because LaFleur is afraid of Rodgers. LaFleur will call a player, whoever, and then you got Rodgers. Oh, fuck you. I don't want to call that.
Rodgers is calling the plays. Let's cut the shit.
Yep.
He does what he
He
wants.
sucks at it. He calls the plays. I think he calls the plays if they get ahead and he sucks and then they lose.
Dustin?
Oh, after last week, I'm losing hope in this Packers team, but this is one the Packers will cover because Packers are going to fucking Packer. Because they have one bad game and Rodgers says, oh, relax. And then we go to the playoffs and fucking choke in the playoffs because Packers are going to Packer.
All right, then. So you three are on the Packers. Pops and I are on the Jets. Moving on, second game of the day. The only reason I put this in the 5, I didn't play the imaging for the big 5. That's fine. This number seems odd to me. It's like they're asking you to bet San Francisco. +5 is a really strange number. Atlanta has covered in almost every game this season, so you could argue that angle. However, Marcus Mariota against a really, really good San Francisco defense scares me quite a bit.
Is
So
both
for that
playing?
reason, what's that?
Both playing this week?
TBD at this point. Obviously, it's Thursday, so something could change. But even without Bosa, obviously, it's a big part. I have a tough time betting against San Francisco right now as they're starting to find a groove. So I'm going to take San Francisco here, and I'm going to swallow the points.
I'm with that too. I don't think San Francisco's going to roll them. I've been wrong before, but San Francisco will roll them in this game.
Well, Atlanta home doggies as well. So
Don't matter.
Well, all right then.
I think it's the Debo show. The Debo show's finally coming out.
All right, so that's 3 on the Niners. Jody?
I'm going to take the Niners too. I just think that they're better all around. And I like it with Garoppolo at the helm. I like him better than Lance at the helm. I think they do better with Garoppolo. They just do. I don't have a good reason. They just look better. But I agree with Sean. Debo's going to have a big game.
What is this security guard in the background like?
I was actually just going to ask that. I forgot that we didn't ask him about the first game. I'm not used to having a 6th person here. So, Brandon, quick, Packers, Jets, who you got?
Packers.
Of course you would,
Dumb.
you homer. And then San Francisco, Atlanta.
Hey, you got to mute yourself now.
No, I said homer. Homer. Homer.
Problematic.
I hurt myself with it. So then we got San Francisco, Atlanta. Who you got, Brandon?
San Francisco.
All right. Dustin, are you going to lone wolf it and go with the Falcons, or are you going to be on the Niners as well?
No, Niners. Atlanta's banged up right now. Kyle Pitts is out. They just traded Deion Lewis. Or not Deion Lewis. Deion Jones, excuse me.
Deion Lewis.
Cordell is out.
Jones. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I think Cordell's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cordell is on the IR. They're all banged up. I mean, like you said, they're good. They've been good against the spread, but they're due for a bad loss.
That is true. All right, so we're all on the Niners. All right, so then probably the game of the week is our third game. Buffalo at Kansas City for the first time in his career. Patrick Mahomes is a 2.5-point dog at home. A home doggy for Patrick Mahomes? If that's the case, I'm taking the points here. A little upset city according to the spread. Give me Kansas City here. Mahomes plus points. Absolutely. They're prime teaser candidate. Tease this to 8.5 for Kansas City. Oh my gosh. But even 2.5. Give me Kansas City here.
I'm going the other way. Give me Buffalo. They're hot.
Ooh, all
I
right.
like Buffalo, man. Patrick Mahomes is my guy, but Buffalo is right now. They're rolling.
But they're home doggies, and Mahomes getting points. You don't get that very often at home.
Give me the Buffalo.
Man, I'll tell you what, right now, Kansas City, did you see how loud that stadium was against the Raiders?
That's
Give
for
me
the
KC
Raiders.
all day long.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's the fucking
They almost
Raiders.
lost to the Raiders. The Raiders are terrible.
I'm telling you, man, KC's looking good.
Here's the deal with
I
Vegas.
wasn't impressed.
Vegas is frisky. I know I've said that a lot already today, but they are in every game. Their record doesn't show up, but they're in every game. Buffalo, this is going to be a tight game, but Mahomes plus points, you don't get it every day. Take the opportunity.
No, I agree with Chris. I like Buffalo. Their defense. Their defense and Josh Allen's is a stud.
Josh Allen is a freak.
He is.
Brandon?
Josh Allen doesn't slide when he goes down. He fucking takes it on.
Well, that's because he's an NBA center in a quarterback's body. It's huge. Brandon, who do you got here? Buffalo, Kansas City.
You can't take Kansas City when they almost lost to the Raiders.
Thank you.
Dumb. That is bad
That's my
analysis.
point.
What defenses have KC really? They haven't even come close to playing against a defense like Buffalo. Not even close.
Agree to disagree. Not necessarily on that part, just on the pick. Not necessarily because I don't know off the top of my head.
And just on a quick side note, did anybody see Devontae crying and push that camera guy?
Yeah.
He wasn't crying. He just
Wow.
What did he say? Well, he stepped in front of me.
He did.
Well, yeah, but it don't give him no right to push the guy down. How many people have stepped in front of you? Did you take him out?
Well,
This
should have got the fuck out of the way.
This is a perfect example of football players doing football outside of
He's
football.
an NFL sound guy.
Devontae was never like that. Now he's a Raider and he's a
Let's
thug.
slow down there, Al. He's no Ray Rice. You know, I mean, dude, so all the time. He pushed the dude, and then the dude filed a police report. What a big puss! Give me a break. He pushed him.
I think the police report's stupid, but
He's trying to get money. Fuck him.
oh yeah, of course.
All right, well, we've gone way astray. Dustin, please put us back on the rails because now we got
Always in the back, just waiting for his turn. What a good young man.
I always wait like a good young boy. But anyways, I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I mean, I just think they're such a dominant team. I don't see how it's within a 3-point spread. I just don't see that. I think Buffalo's gonna kill.
Pops. I muted you. You can't say the THUG word anymore. That apparently was outlawed, so you can't do that anymore.
What?
Thug?
THUG. I can't say it.
You can't say that?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Why?
one of those words.
What's wrong with that?
Just don't question me. I know what I'm doing as the executive producer and director of the show. I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. It's a no word.
Yeah, people
All
are
right.
getting soft nowadays.
That's a different conversation probably for off air. But anyway,
I'm not thinking right what them letters stand for, but Brandon said he'll fill me in later.
okay,
Yeah.
no, just it's all good. Dustin, I missed your pick. I was focused on directing. What did you say? I'm so sorry.
Buffalo is gonna kick the shit out of Kansas City.
Woo!
Jesus, that is spicy.
Get on him?
Kansas City crowd is gonna be real fucking quiet when they're down by 21 at halftime. They're gonna be real fucking quiet.
Wow, I don't even
Bold
have
take.
a sounder for how spicy that was.
That was spicy.
That amusement park will ban the
Ay,
whole
caramba.
fucking team of Buffalo Bills.
Josh Allen wants to kick the shit out of Patrick Mahomes after that playoff loss, and Buffalo's gonna come in hot and ready to play. Guarantee it.
Woo! That revenge spot here, you're not wrong. I didn't think of that angle. It is a revenge spot for Buffalo, but wow, that was spicy. All right, we go to Sunday night football now. Dallas at Philly. Philly 6.5-point favorites here. It's a tough one. And honestly, I think these two teams split. I think it's going to be really important for Philly to get this one at home. They need this game more than I think Dallas does. Dallas, at this point with Cooper Rush, this is a house money game. They don't necessarily need this game. It's going to be a tough environment on the road. Sunday night, prime time. I'm going to take the Cowboys here to cover. I think the Eagles win this game. I think it's a tight game. So Philly wins, but I think Dallas covers the spread. So I'll take Dallas here.
I'm on that same bandwagon with you. I think Dallas is going to keep it tight. That defense, Dallas's defense is no joke. So
Amazing.
What's hard with Parsons? He got hurt too this weekend.
did he?
I
Yeah.
did not see that, but if he did, there's no
Yeah,
sign.
he came right back in though, Jody.
Oh, did he? All right.
Yeah.
Dallas's defense is really, really good.
They're legit.
So, and they got some weapons on offense, but it's Cooper Rush at the helm. That's different, but yeah, I'll take Dallas. Give me some points.
I think this game ends up being Jerry Jones's wet dream come true. He wants a quarterback controversy. He loves Cooper Rush, and I'll tell you what, he's been very serviceable. Therefore,
Better than the Packers.
I think that this is going to be the Eagles' first loss. I think the controversy starts. I think the call for maybe Cooper Rush, a little bit bigger push. I know there's a lot of money, with Dak, but let's be honest, I'm going Dallas here.
Yeah.
I'm going Dallas too. For the point, Phil, I agree with you, Al. Phil's going to win the game, but I think Dallas will cover.
Yep.
And I agree
Brandon?
with you. Dax has got a lot of money, but the guy can't play a year. That's like Bakhtiari all over again.
Problematic.
Paying a lot of guys not to play. Problematic. Brandon, security guard Brandon, what say you?
I think Jalen Hurts is going to be running for his life from Micah Parsons all weekend. But I think Dallas will cover, but Philadelphia will win.
All right, so we're all kind of on the same bandwidth. Dustin?
I second Sean 100%. I agree with exactly what he said.
All right.
Thank
Easy
you.
enough.
All right.
We're all on the Cowboys.
Yeah. Woo. Man,
And finally,
a few words.
Finally, Monday Night Football. Not the most glamorous game, but I don't know if you guys have noticed we're just Sunday night and Monday night always in the slate of games because they are the quote-unquote games of the week. Denver traveling.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say, how is Denver getting all these primetime games?
Because Russell Wilson wasn't supposed to be this, which leads me into my argument. Denver 4.5 seems small to me. What have we seen from Denver? They just lost at home.
Nothing. They're
horrendous.
terrible.
They lost to a horrendous Indianapolis Colts team, favored by 3. That's the bare minimum. Russell Wilson was awful in that game. I can't believe I put money on him. Guess what? Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson, that combo, they're on my do not bet list. I have a very small list that includes Baylor and now the Denver Broncos. I'm not doing it anymore. So for that reason, just the Chargers, just for that fact alone, I don't trust this Denver team at all. Oh, well, they got weapons and a solid quarterback. Well, guess what? The solid quarterback's been less than solid. Weapons, well, what are you going to do when your quarterback's subpar? Defense has been pretty decent, but the way they lost last week, I've lost all faith. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. I think this team is terrible. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I'm all choked up about it.
Yep. Same. Chargers. Russell Wilson, I don't know what the hell's going on with him, but
Woof.
it is ugly.
Woof.
Ugly.
They don't have Denver doesn't have a run game.
No.
Okay. Their backs can't hold on to the ball. They lost their starter. Russell's in pain. Denver is a joke. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers. I feel bad for Russell because he has nothing in Denver. Even when Javante was there, he don't have nothing in Denver. He's got junk.
He's got a lot.
But they don't do it.
sucks.
Nah.
I agree with Brandon. What are you talking about? Cortland Sutton's awesome. Jerry Jeudy, when he's healthy.
He's got one of the best
All right,
receivers
when
in
healthy,
the league.
When healthy, what has Sutton
Javonte
done?
Williams is great.
Not
He's
dang.
hurt. Melvin Gordon's average.
Sutton's done nothing. He's been their number one this year. He's been awesome.
Yeah,
Wait,
but-
Jody.
That's a bad
Jody, you
analogy.
can't,
No.
Jody,
What?
Jody, you can't let your muscle talk to you like that just because he grew a beard. You're still. He's one of your employees. You can't let him dog you like that.
I don't like people talking Russell. I just think Russell's better than he's way better than what's out there, what he's doing right now.
Are we sure, though? This is 2 years now of him being banged up and subpar. Are we sure he's that guy anymore?
Russell.
Hey, look at Geno Smith. What he's doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He goes to Seattle, and all of a sudden, Geno looks like a competent quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question: are we sure he's that guy anymore?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
no.
No.
If Geno Smith can run that Seattle offense like that,
Yeah, Russell's probably a little banged up. Old.
Well, yes, that's the other problem here. But all right, so Brand-
I'm watching film. That's what he needs to do.
that's Kyler Murray. I think you're referring to. Security guard Brandon. What say you? Denver, LA.
LA.
Yeah. Dustin.
Definitely the Chargers. Denver is just a fucking shit show. I mean, we can talk about Judy all we want, but the dude can't catch the fucking ball. Let's just say that. He can
That's
be as
true.
wide open as possible. That dude will fucking drop it.
There's my point. So you have Cortland Sutton, who's good, but you can cover everybody on Sutton, and he has no one else to throw to.
Well, let's talk about Cortland Sutton. On 75% of the teams in the NFL, he isn't the number one.
He would be
I
in
mean,
Green
he
Bay.
hasn't lived up to his hype yet. Either has Judy.
no.
We're
Judy's
using
been
college
disappointing.
stats with these guys.
His quarterback just doesn't even know what route he's running because he forgets the plays after the ball snapped.
Yeah, after that overtime play, or it was that 2-point conversion, whatever it was, where his guy was coming right across the middle field wide open. After that, I'd seen enough. This is on Russell Wilson 100%. He doesn't know where to throw the ball.
1,000% agree. All right. So that does it for the Big Five. So just to recap here. So Jody, Sean, Dustin on the Packers. Pops, the Parlay Kid, and myself are on the Jets. We're all on San Francisco. We're all on Dallas. We're all on the Chargers. However, looks like Sean and I are on Kansas City, taking the points there for home doggy Mahomes. And the rest of y'all are on the Bills. All right. So that'll wrap up that and brings us to this week's very cool edition of
It's time to tempt fate. Hold up! Here's this week's Bag of Chaos.
All right. For those that don't know how this segment works, basically, we draw helmets. We get that team. We have one throwback option. We can throw it back. But then the second team you draw, you are stuck with. Loser of the season donates $50 to the Empowered Tutoring Charity. Brandon will be playing this week. If his team loses, he's agreed to donate $10 to the Empowered Tutoring Fund. So make sure you donate on your own goodwill. Don't just leave it to us. Make sure you support them. Support the people that support us. All right. So just to recap, everyone is 4-1 except for Jody and I. We are tied at 3-2 on the very bottom. So, yeah. And that it sucks for you. I had Atlanta against Tampa. I knew I was going to lose. You had Green Bay, who was dominating that whole game. So that sucks for you. But let's start with the Parlay Kid, as always. First draw, lines courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook. I know you like a good rummage, so I'll give you a good rummage.
I do.
All right. I have a helmet. It is the Seahawks. The Seahawks are playing, if I can find them. Where are they? Oh, I forgot bye weeks are.
Yeah, they're going to buy.
No, they do not. They play 3:00 against the Cardinals at home.
Ooh.
They're 2.5-point home doggies.
I do like Geno, but I'm going to have to toss that back.
I don't blame you. I don't like that at all. All right. And the team you are stuck with this week is the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are in Miami to take on the Dolphins. We don't know the quarterback situation, but the Vikings are 3.5-point favorites in Miami.
I like the Vikes on that.
That's not a terrible pick.
Oh, I think.
All right. We go to Sean now.
Brandon looks like the guy that follows around rappers. he's like their sound guy.
The bus driver in
he's like what the hell is that show with not Tommy Boy.
He's got us sitting back in the dark.
Tommy Boy. Yeah, not Tommy Boy.
Oh, was it?
Where is the
movie? Oh, what was it?
With the election. He goes, yeah, I was at the Mr. T Bones
Some sheep. What was it called
Black
again?
sheep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What kind would you give
Mr. T Bones.
Which I'm giving you is the Atlanta Falcons, who are 5-point dogs at home to the Niners.
No way, throw it back.
Yeah, good call there.
Back.
If he's going to give it to the Chicago Bears right here, right out.
I hope so. We can only hope.
God, please.
Come on, Bears.
If you love us, God.
Have it.
If you love us, children.
Bears. Oh, it's the Saints. The Saints are at home. They are 2-point dogs at home to the Bengals.
Oh, Bengals are going to kill them.
That's what we said about the Bengals last week. What did they do last week?
Actually,
they won.
They covered. The Bengals covered. They were 3-point dogs on the road, and Baltimore only won by 2.
Higgins on 3 of my 4 fantasy teams. That's why I got pissed. He left. He left the game.
All right, let's go to our special guest picker, Brandon. Your first bag. All right, I know you also like a good rummage, so I'll give you a good rummage.
That's okay.
All right, the Titans, the Tennessee Titans. Are they on a bye? They might be on a bye.
They are on a bye.
That means an automatic win for Brandon. Brandon, congratulations! You won your first pull.
Wow.
Unless you want to throw
donate $10.
You gotta make sure he gets it. This is $10 to tutoring. He's got to get a game that plays.
Well, he can throw it back if he wants. It's up to him. He can take the win, or he can throw it back and risk it.
Throw it back.
Throw it back.
Throwing it back. He's doing it for charity. What a guy! All right.
Look in there, Al.
He'll pull Houston or Vegas, who also are on buys. All right. And I know you like a good rummage, so Oh no, the Seahawks. We just talked about the Seahawks. The Seahawks are. We just talked about them. Who are they playing? Oh, they are 2.5-point underdogs at home to the Cardinals. Good luck to you, good sir. That you should have kept the Titans. All right, Jody now up. He will be taking the Steelers. The Steelers.
Throw that back.
Yeah, they're 8-point dogs at home to the Buccaneers. So
I don't care.
yeah, they might be the worst team in football.
Talk about Denver being shitty. That's a team that ain't worth it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's
They're in the
terrible.
mix for the number 1 overall pick. All right, and finally, can't pick one. Okay, we got one now. It is the Niners, 5-point favorites on the road.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
nice
well, you're
pull.
stuck with it.
I
but
have
yeah,
to, but that's a lot better than Pittsburgh.
Nice pull.
You know, if Pittsburgh plays Denver, we're going to have to do that game because that's going to be straight up.
Oh God.
Nobody will watch it. Nobody's going to watch it.
You know what I'd love to see, like Alabama or Ohio State, and challenge an NFL team that kick the shit out of them.
Oh,
well, Alabama's not that great this year.
Ohio State can just roll Pittsburgh.
Ohio State, I'm suspicious of. They're good, but I'm suspicious.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I understand. All right, Dustin, your first pull is in my hand. Ooh, the Packers, 7.5-point favorites at home against the Jets.
Oh, God. I guess keep them. I don't feel great about that at all.
I don't feel good about it for you, Dustin. That's
Although, to be fair, in this game, they don't have to cover. They just have to win.
Even then, I still don't like it.
No, I don't blame you.
It would not shock me if the Jets come in and beat them.
I'm right there with you. All right, and finally, myself, my first pull is the Chargers. The Chargers, we just talked about, though. Oh, at home against Denver. I'm going to keep this one.
Smart.
But just for shits and giggles, I'm curious as to what I would have drawn. So just for funsies, let's see what I would have pulled. I would have pulled the Broncos. Okay, well, that worked out. So
nope, you took the Broncos.
No, I got the Chargers. I have it documented. All right. So that does it for this week's Bag of Chaos. So to recap, I got the Chargers. Jody got the 49ers. Sean got the Saints. Dustin got the Packers. Minnesota is Chris's team. And Brandon, our guest picker, has the Seahawks. So that is that. Also, Brandon, I hope you have a lock of the week because it is time for such segments.
Lock it up!
It's time to put the kids to bed and put your money where your mouth is. Here are the locks for this week. All right. So let's start with the Parlay Kid. What is the game that you will be in all of your parlays? What is the game that you are locking down, trying to break your 0 for 5?
Well, I got to keep the streak alive, so just vote against me.
So
it's
I'm
taking the Steelers. No, that Steeler game.
Are you really taking the Steelers?
No.
You're taking Tampa?
Tampa. Lock of the week. Tampa. Over the Steelers.
Didn't Brady fuck you over last week?
This whole season has been fucking me over.
All right. So he is on Tampa -8, trying to get off the Schneid. Sean, your lock this week.
As I started the podcast,
oh God,
I am taking the Bears +1.5 against the miserable Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them. Two miserable teams. I'm taking the Bears.
You're such a homer. Homer. I'm going to make this your homer.
Well, homer with a winning record.
Oh.
Good point. Can't argue that, Al.
As a lock, though, the game you feel best about. Oh, God, picking the Bears feels gross.
I think they're going to win by 9.
Wow.
Bold.
Yep.
I almost feel like I have to tune in now to watch this.
I can tell you I will not be. Let's go West Virginia. All right. Let's go to Brandon, our celebrity guest. Chargers. All right. That's easy enough. So Brandon's locking up the Chargers 4.5-point favorites.
Fuck.
Jody.
Damn it. I'm going off a limb. I don't like picking the same team. I'm going to go with Indy over Jacksonville.
Wow.
Ouch.
Taylor's
Are you
back.
sure?
Taylor's back. I have
That's
faith.
right. Just makes my pick look better.
Whoa. The Jags are legit. Oh God, that feels gross. Also, this is 1-4. So if I'm at home, take the Jags. Just trying to. Oh, Dustin's gone. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
He's muted though. All right, Dustin, your lock of the week.
All right, fasten up. All right, you guys got you all buckled in? I'd buckle in. Sean is not alone this week. I'm going to go with the Bears.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, I'm converting him.
Wow. And you call me the Justin. You tell me the Justin Fields.
Man, you guys are all pussies, man.
Hey, I love the toilet bowl, man. The fucking worst on worst. And to me, the Bears are the second. They're the second worst, okay? They're like neck and necks. I think they're gonna. I would agree with Sean. I think by 9, the Commanders are just a fucking shit show. Carson Wentz has been playing fairly well this year. Ron Rivera goes out and calls out saying why we lost the quarterback. Ron Rivera, are you fucking stupid? You're calling out your quarterback who's arguably having probably one of the best seasons of his career again, and saying quarterback is why you lost. Are you stupid?
Yeah,
Like,
no
that's just
Jahan Thomas, no Jahan Dotson, no Logan Thomas this week, and Brian Robinson gets his first start. They've benched what's his name? Is it
Gibson?
Gibson?
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson?
Yeah.
That actually was one of my prop bets. So before, and I'm sure that line has changed. I was going to give out this. I have a game to pick, but prop bet, the rushing attempts on Brian Robinson today were 11.5. Shortly thereafter, he was announced as starter. 11.5 for a starting running back. That's easy money. So that's a bonus lock for those at home. And you better lock that in quick because it starts in 14 minutes. My lock, I don't feel great about doing this. Call it an emotional hedge, if you will. Give me the Jets here. I know that is sacrilege, and I know that I basically work for a Packers podcast.
I'm going to change mine now.
Well, hold on a second. Let me get through mine.
Thank God. We were all thinking you were nuts.
Well, Taylor ain't for sure yet. I just read it.
Even if he is.
As I was saying.
Well, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, thanks. The Jets, I think, are frisky. This Packers team is still trying to find their way. I do think the Packers win this game, but I think it's going to be like the New England game. I think it's close. Zach Wilson will do just enough to keep this game close. 7.5 is a big number. So even if they lose by a touchdown, which is totally in the realm of possibility, that little hook there is what's going to keep me in the bet. So I really like the Jets bet this week. And Jody, your corrected lock of the week.
I'm going to go Minnesota.
Wow. Please explain.
I like Minnesota. I think without Tua, Miami's average at best.
And they got blew up. I mean,
Yep.
their defense got lit up.
Yep. I don't think with Tua out, I just don't think they're the same team.
And it looks like it's probably going to be Skylar Thompson again this week, who did a couple things in the Jets game, but really wasn't that effective.
It reminds
Justin
me
Jefferson,
of the
10 for 150.
It reminds me of the Bears when McMahon was there. McMahon is a horrible quarterback, but that team on both sides of the ball played above and beyond when he was on that team. When he wasn't there, they I don't know. Tua has something to do with that team. They just play better, and they don't. When the first game he wasn't there, they looked like dog fuck.
What does that look like?
You see the one dog sits like
Problematic.
this.
And we're muting him before that gets worse. I'm just kidding. I'm unmuting you. All right.
Don't ask me a question if you don't want the damn answer.
Harsh reality.
Problematic.
All right. That will do it for this week's edition of the Lockdown Gambling Show. To recap our locks before we go, I got the Jets plus 7.5 coming up to Lambeau. Jody took the Vikings minus 3.5 in Miami. Sean's got the Bears, as does Dustin tonight, which is just that's a trip to upset city for my stomach, but also because they're underdogs.
We built this city.
And Pop's trying to break his 0 for 5, minus 8. Tampa in Pittsburgh. Can he break his streak?
Take Pittsburgh, everybody.
Yep. Pittsburgh will win by or lose by 7 and cover.
Yep.
And remember what I said: 240 or 242 and touchdowns for Justin Fields. It's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm gonna write that down. So Fields,
No fucking way.
242 yards and 2 tutties.
Yes.
Dustin,
And that's
what do
where
you
the
think?
controversy starts.
Well, I want to know if Dustin agrees to 242, no picks and 2 TDs, passing, not running, passing.
I don't give a fuck what Justin Fields throws for. All I know is they're going to win the game. That's all I know.
We built this city.
All right. What a great note to end on. That'll do it for us. Stick around on our Facebook and YouTube page. Dustin and I are coming up. Alec is out this week with illness. He's been downgraded to doubtful. But Dustin and I will be doing our normal podcast in about 10 minutes once we regroup and collect ourselves. But thank you for tuning into the Lockdown Gambling Show. We will be back next week with with these cuatro gatos. As I learned, by the way, I'm going to start calling you guys that. I just learned what this meant, just so you don't think I'm nuts. Apparently, it's a Spanish slang thing where someone's like, "Oh, hey, how's the party?" And someone responds with that, cuatro gatos. Apparently, it means, there's only like 4 cats here, but they're not cats. I don't know what it means, but I heard it. I thought it was hilarious. So I might change our group chat name to the Cuatro Gatos. But
another quick shout out to Brandon for protecting all of our R&B favorites.
Yep. Thank you for your service.
Keith Sweat thanks you.
I'll be sure.
I'll be sure.
Oh, shit. All right. I don't have to say anything else. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Make sure you follow us on all the socials, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes with the Lockdown Corner podcast for this week. Well, I can't talk. Oh, boy. Yeah, I got emotional, and I got
Problematic.
Huh?
Dustin, Al needs your helmet.
Problematic.
I can't.
Concussion.
I can't expand on that anymore.
Good night, everybody.